Hello, I'm back once again with another stream, this time playing an entirely different game, one that I have played many times before. I'm sure at least one of you is disappointed to see me playing this again, but I like this game, so shut up. Um, After last night, I got pretty heated. Um, And I mean that figuratively and literally. I got incredibly sweaty last night, so I decided that today I needed something that I could chill out with, and going to the gun range in Receiver 2 sounded like a good way to do that, as well as just chatting with all of you. I just want to chat about stuff, so that's what we're gonna do. So, yeah, let's get right into it. After the game loads, of course. I had quite a bit going through my head today, although I tried to remain as positive as possible, and I certainly wouldn't say I was ever, I don't know, angered or anything throughout the day. I maintained some general positivity. My legs got relatively sore, I can tell you that much. But other than that, I did quite well, so I'm good. We're already here at the gun range. I don't know if I want to start out with a high point just yet. In fact, I think... Yeah, I haven't done anything with the 1911 yet, so... Let's start with that. We're gonna warm up with that. Is there a mag in this? No, there isn't. And there's nothing in the chamber. So I'm gonna grab one of those. Grab one of these. Let's holster it. That is not 45, so that's not gonna go in there. That's what we're looking for. These are all GI mags, so of course it's only 7 rounds. Bet you didn't know that. USGI 1911 mags only hold 7 rounds, whereas most after the fact commercial 1911s tend to hold 8. And yeah, let's start with this. See how it goes. 9. Also 9. 10. 10. Another 10. 9. Yeah, I'll say one thing about the 1911 that's actually true of most handguns of its era is that it has absolutely microscopic sights. I really, really don't like USGI 1911 sights. I don't like Makarov sights. Those are very similar. If you can get like a Baikal with like adjustable sights, those are awesome. But otherwise, for the most part, they kind of suck. 2 World Wars, yeah, I know all about that. Blah, 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 2 World Wars, whatever. Let's see. Do I want to... I mean, let's bring it home, I guess, and replace the target. What is it, 10 rounds? Yeah, so we'll want to refill our secondary magazine here. Oh yeah, thing I wanted to do You'll just give me a moment. All right, we're good. So, what do you want to start with? 10 meters. Why can't I do 5 meters, huh? All right, let's go. Good. Starting off with a 9. Good start. 10. 9. 10. We're probably going to be getting the 1 star. Another 9. 10. All right. Another 9. We don't want to go too quickly here. Should be 1 more, I think. Uh, 95. So... What? Did it even... did it even award me anything? Yeah, 1 star. That's what I thought. Oh, I forgot that ammo's over here, too. Let's pick up our mag first. So one thing I kind of noticed in playing and getting a little frustrated at Neon White is, as much as I like really fast, like, movement shooters and stuff, I don't know if I'd even necessarily say twitchy. Is... I don't know, I kind of like slower stuff. Maybe tactical is the word to use. I don't know. But, I find myself wishing that there were more, chill shooting games. And unfortunately, I think this and Receiver 1 are kind of the 2 games that get closest to that. If nothing else, I suppose Ready or Not has a lot of downtime. That's probably a better way of putting it, is I really like downtime in I guess shooter games. Like it's one thing if like, you know, quick reaction times and stuff are like kind of spaced out between each other. But if it's like so much of it all at once, I don't know, it tends to be a bit much for me. That was a 9, huh? Looks like an 8 to me. Whatever, I'll take it. But it got me thinking about real life too, because it's not that I can't shoot fast or anything. Like I'm a pretty accurate shooter, I would say. But it's certainly difficult for me to be fast and accurate at the same time. Which I suppose at its root, that's just a training issue. But it's also just the range experience, you know? Being able to just like shoot slowly and accurately, focus on accuracy. Was that one? That was a 9. Just being able to, you know, be chill about your shooting experience. I don't know. It's just really nice to me. And it got me thinking today about like, okay, so if that's what I'm good at. Oh boy, I got another mag. Certainly lacking in those. Is that 90, 94? 97. Oh, that's the par. I was like, wait, I already shot that? Is that a 1-star then? Yeah, that's fine. Let's get our new mag. There it is. Now we don't have to reload quite as often. So it got me thinking, you know, all right, so what like shooting disciplines kind of feed into the sort of shooting that I'm apparently so good at? Precision rifle comes to mind. That is certainly a very slow type of shooting. And I've looked into precision rifle shooting before, and the thing that always kills me about it is precision rifle shooting is an absolute money pit. You are spending so much money on every single aspect of it. You're getting an expensive rifle, you're shooting expensive ammo, you have your rifle in an expensive chassis, you have an expensive optic on top. Just like every single aspect of it is super expensive. And like, sure, you can shoot, you know, like rimfire and stuff, and I don't know, I kind of have my own like downsides regarding that as well. Wait a second. I think I'm realizing something here. Didn't know that. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, rimfire. Yeah, I have my own reservations about that. Particularly, it seems like it's sort of lacking in like anything cool. I think part of my problem is so many shooting sports just after a while just get gamed. They just, you know, like all the various you know, all the various like cool unique systems that you might find in these shooting events eventually get phased out in favor of, oh, well, this one thing works better than anything else, so you find yourself with a bunch of competitors using effectively the same equipment, which, you know, whatever, for the competitive aspect of it. Ooh, it jammed. That was an 8. That was an actual 8 right there. It's like, yeah, sure, for the competitive aspect of it, I suppose whatever gives you an edge, but I personally like to have fun shooting, and I like to do fun things, and I like to use fun, unique systems and mechanisms when shooting, and when all those get phased out in favor of what's efficient, I don't know, it just kind of takes the fun out of it, you know? I don't know if any of you feel the same way. I know... It's funny, I used to give AK guys a lot of crap for being so into AKs. I was like, oh, whatever, it's a boring rifle, you know, it's the most common rifle platform in the world, like, I don't get all the hype around it. Ooh. I think I could have done that a bit better. 92 isn't bad, though. But I, like, didn't get the hype around AKs. I was like, what? Like, what's the big deal? It's, you know... Like I said, it was the most common rifle platform in the world. And it wasn't until I started getting into, like, my own sort of obscure niche rifles that I like, that I started getting it. That I was like, oh, this is... You know, there's all the various uniqueness, the various, you know, unique attributes of the various platforms and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, this is actually really neat, and being able to do something like, you know, compete with it, like Red October or something like that. It's like, oh, I'm actually, like, starting to get it now. Especially when you look at other, like, competitive shooting spaces, and you're just like, oh, all these guns look basically the same. And it gets really messed up when you get into like Olympic, like ISSF type stuff, and you're like, oh, this gun hardly even resembles what I would recognize as like a contemporary firearm. Like, yeah, I'm sure it's super efficient and stuff, but it's really it was interesting, you know, like what, 30 years ago when they were first introduced, probably 40 years ago, but now it's just like, oh boy, it's an Olympic rifle, it's an Olympic pistol, how cool. So yeah, it had me I think I went off on a major tangent there. What I was originally talking about here, I was trying to think about disciplines that fit what I suppose is a very comfortable style of shooting for me. And what it ultimately ended up coming down to was... give me a second here. What it ultimately ended up coming down to was like Olympic style pistol shooting, basically. And I have a whole other set of reservations regarding that. In particular, when it comes to the technique that is used when shooting those. I made a tweet about it earlier. I referred to it as locked elbow cringe, because in those competitions you are required, like, yeah, you can use, especially in like NSSF, like, you know, US National Sports Shooting Federation stuff, you can use, you know, full on military style handguns. I think like the US Army uses, I mean, these days they probably use P320s, but has used M9s, much like this one. So you can use those, and you know, like, yeah, you have to use irons. That's fine. I don't care about that. People get really hung up on like pistol optics and stuff. To be honest, I think they're a little gimmicky. They're just a tiny bit gimmicky. More so, I think pistol optic isn't necessary if you're not already a really good pistol shooter. Like, you have to get good on irons first before you really start thinking that an optic is something you need. Going off on another tangent here. Where the heck was I going? Oh yeah, so you are required to shoot with one hand in those competitions, and the dominant strategy in said competitions is to lock your elbow, which I can't stand. Primarily because it's so at odds with any sort of real world pistol usage. Give me a second. My throat's getting dry. But shooting, locking your elbow like that is so at odds with any sort of real life handgun usage, because I think in literally any context, you are going to be shooting it with two hands. Even if it's like handgun shooting, you're going to be shooting with two hands. I think like even like bench rest, long range bipod stuff, you're still going to be using. Oh, did I forget to hit start? Crap, I think I did. Whatever, we'll restart. You're going to be using two hands in all cases. In terms of look, the Beretta, it is good looking, and frankly, It does perform really well. It's a good handgun. People get hung up on, you know, like, oh, the 226 beat it in the handgun trials, but like the M9 wasn't too far behind. Like the M9 was a relatively close second, particularly compared to all other handguns that were in that competition. The Beretta and the P226 really stood out amongst the competition during that. But yeah, really. Ooh, that's not a good start. Really not a fan of the locked elbow thing. It just really bothers me. Like I said, just because it's really at odds with any sort of real-world handgun usage in pretty much any context. Am I seriously not getting any 10s? Finally. If I can get mostly 9s, that'll be mostly okay. One more? Well, I got a trophy from that. What did I get? 92? That's not bad for 20. Where's my trophy? You said I got an M9 trophy. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Also, do you like the security camera Giga Chad? That's pretty cool. Fun fact, I used to have a lot more trophies than this and a lot more tapes than this. However, my Steam Cloud got screwed up or something, and now I lost most of them. That's also how I lost all my progress on the Insight achievement, which is the last one I need. So that was really cool when I found out that happened. But hey, at least I get to do the rest of this again, right? But yeah, I'm still a little confused about... Well, okay, it's a bit funny that I'm looking into... I had the trophies, I swear I did. Look, I've been playing this game since day one. I remember back when there was an infinite ammo glitch, which was actually really funny. If you took out a magazine and then removed the rounds, because you couldn't pick up, it had a limited like loose ammo you could get, but if you removed rounds from the magazine, it didn't have a limit on that. So I still have an old screenshot of me having infinite ammo going all the way across the screen. Which I think you can still have infinite ammo in Receiver 1, so... That's neat. Do I dare try the Desert Eagle? Let's do the Model 10 first, because I'll be able to talk about something related to my my gun woes here. But I'm gonna take another drink first. Give me a moment. And let's maybe pick a slightly less intense track here. There we go. So I started looking into other disciplines that might be interesting. And that includes other Olympic ISSF ones. I was surprised to find that the ISSF does in fact have various centerfire competitions, because you think of ISSF, you think of Olympic shooting, you think of rimfire, and certainly everything besides shotgun in Olympic shooting is going to be rimfire or air-powered. But a katana can cut through bullets with ease. Shut up. Shut up. Don't even. You're gonna make me lose my train of thought. But yeah, the ISSF does have centerfire shooting competitions. They have what is called 300 meter, I think centerfire rifle, or it has some other dumb name that they came up with. 300 meters is an interesting distance to shoot from for a competition like that. And of course, all the rifles in that have been super gamified. They look neat for 40 years ago. They just look kind of boring now. Naturally, because the ISSF and shooting competitions like that are completely at odds with anything fun, they use primarily 6mm bench rest in all the rifles, because that makes sense for our rifle. You are effectively going to be shooting offhand. So yeah, it didn't take long for me to look into that and quickly be like, nope, that's not the one for me. And then I started thinking about clay shooting, which is certainly not slow, but it is, I don't know, I seem to have a habit of, like, it happens like almost every month where I get very suddenly interested in clay shooting, and I was never quite sure why, but I think I may have had a bit of a revelation regarding it. I think I like how simplistic it is. There's something from the Pottery Barn. Just go into a ceramics class and start blasting their pots away. There's something very, I don't know, something like, this is gonna sound cheesy, but something like very charmingly simplistic about clay shooting. I think it's the fact that you don't really need a lot of gear, and in some cases you don't even need a particularly crazy gun to compete with. I mean, you effectively just need like a shotgun with a relatively long barrel. Like I could go into, you could feasibly go into a sporting clays competition with a KSG 25 with its 30-inch barrel and, you know, 25 rounds of, you know, like dual mag tube, you know, ammo in it. That's something you could feasibly do. Whereas I feel like with a lot of other shooting competitions, especially with ones that are, you know, of the Olympic standard or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, you're never going to find anything like that. And certainly a lot of people do go out clay shooting with, you know, like their tactical shotguns even. So I started thinking about that, and I'm dreading bringing up the specific discipline I am thinking of, because I can already see the chat messages. Various defensive handgun leagues. So obviously I've thought of stuff like USPSA before. In fact, there's like a whole Steel Challenge arena in here, and I've certainly thought of you know, like steel shooting myself, like Steel Challenge type stuff. That's certainly nice in that it's pretty low round count, And you know, it does have a similar sort of feel as something like clay shooting, in that you are mostly stationary and it's just sort of testing like the very base of your shooting skills. You're not, you know, you're not having to get into positions or run around too much. It's just very much one-to-one. How good of a shooter are you? Which is very nice and it's very comfortable. I'm not so sure how good I would really be at it because, again, speed is not really my strong suit. And it's not just in shooting. I think it's with like most of life. I don't know. I'm just not particularly great at it, I suppose, is the word I'd use. I'm sure it's certainly a whole lot of fun, and I would definitely like to try it, but like USPSA type stuff, it's like, I'm just not sure I'd be very good at it. I'd have a hell of a lot of fun, that's for sure, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd really be that great at it. But, what was I talking about before that? Clay shooting. So the one discipline I've been particularly focused on today, and please hold your jokes when I say that I very much had trap shooting on my mind. Go ahead with the jokes, get them all out. I think the reason for my, what? I already do 15 and 20? Yeah, trap shooting, we get it. I think it's because, I don't know, I guess my thinking was something along the lines of like, it has a similar sort of, oh geez, I'm gonna have a hell of a time trying to get my thoughts through here. I'll just say this, it very much plays into what I was saying before about the charming simplicity of clay shooting. It's the fact that it's one round and one target, you know, pull, whoosh, bang, you know, one fluid motion. Because like I said, I can do fast, I can do snap reaction, whatever you want to call it, if I have plenty of downtime in between those moments. If my adrenaline isn't, you know, going crazy at all times, I think I can make it work. And clearly, the way trap shooting is set up, I think I could be pretty decently good at that. Good lord, what do you mean 7? You guys saw where I was aiming, right? How the hell was that a 7? Excuse me, I thought the 226 was supposed to be like one of the most accurate handguns of all time, and I'm getting this performance out of it. I mean, this video game is a realistic simulation, so I can only assume that P226s are this inaccurate in real life. I'm gonna have a hell of a time getting even 1 star if that's gonna keep happening. Alright, I think point of impact is just a bit high. Because I would adore a competition that's like this, where it is two-handed defensive style handgun shooting. Yeah, it's really high. I have to basically lollipop something like that. I think stop sign is also a term people use for it. Basically, I have to put the 10 ring on top of the front sight blade in order to get a 10. That's a handgun shooting tip for you. Sometimes your point of impact is going to be vastly different than what your actual sight picture might lead you to believe. Let me just finish this off and then I'll keep talking about nonsense. That 7 is going to really screw it up, I think. 96? Oh, I got 91. Is that a 1-star then? Yes, it is. I'll take it. That's fine. Need the target closer? I'm supposed to be shooting it at 15 yards, dummy. And as you clearly saw, I figured out the point of impact, so I'm good. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I thought of the perfect competition for me. There needs to be something that is like PRS, like precision rifle shooting, but for handguns. So it's like all the targets are at like 25 yards and beyond, like between like 25 and 40 yards. And it's like PRS, you have to like shoot against barricades and stuff. Honestly, I think that would be sick. That would be really cool. Like, cause at that point you're essentially training for a worst case scenario, really, which I think everybody ought to train for. You know, what if you are in, you know, everyone's gonna be like, oh, most defensive shootings happen at 7 yards, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's nice to train for that worst case scenario, and if you perform well, if you start performing really good in that worst case scenario, then in a typical scenario, you'll perform even better. Why not? Right? Sadly, though, nobody makes a shooting competition like that because everyone's so focused on the typical scenario and being completely at odds with anything that I would find fun that I just have to succumb to a life of getting the quickest splits as possible at 7 yards. I gotta do CQB. I gotta mix Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with defensive handgun shooting, because that's the only way. You gotta mix BJJ with defensive handgun shooting, or else you're gonna die. You're gonna die if you don't do that. All right, let's calm down. I said this was gonna be a calm stream, so let's take some deep breaths, let's get a drink of water, and let's calm down and shoot the target at a reasonable pace. How about that? Sounds good to me. Alternatively, and what I frankly should be doing, what I frankly should be doing is, ignoring all the competitive stuff in the first place. Because like I said, I say all this stuff as if I'm actually going to compete in anything. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I should just be like, whatever, I'll just keep shooting targets at 35 yards like I usually do, which is how I usually shoot targets at the gun range. Ah, crap, I already forgot the point of impact. Fortunately, that was a 9. And I forgot to set it, so let's do that first. I don't know. I find it fun. I am a detail-oriented person that likes to take things slow. That's my excuse, I guess. Oof. That's not a good start. There we go. How about all of you? Are there any, just disregarding what I said, you know, that's just my opinion. Obviously, if somebody wants to be into, you know, Olympic handgun shooting or whatever, even though it looks like cringe, I'm perfectly fine with it. But with that being said, I mean, are there any shooting disciplines that you folks are interested in? Maybe even just a little bit? I sure do wish that precision handgun shooting was a real discipline, but unfortunately it's not. So I just gotta live in my own world instead. All nines wouldn't be terrible. Ooh, just one short of 92. A backup gun match would be very nice. That's pretty closely in line with the sort of thing that I like. You know, I said the whole thing about like, you know, simplicity. I like not even small guns, just like, you know, like low capacity, you know, more obscure guns. You see a lot of videos on Forgotten Weapons where Ian will take you know, like an obscure handgun and be able to compete in a backup gun match. And I really like that. I really like shooting competitions where the firearms you can use are not super restrictive, and where they can't be as easily gamed, where you don't get these, you know, like convergent design ideals where it's like, oh cool, everyone's competing, oh, all their rifles or handguns look exactly the same, that's cool. Not all race guns, yes, exactly, that's exactly what I mean. Airsoft is more mature faceted shooting than you brass orders. I mean, if you live in Japan or somewhere like that, it's kind of your only option, which frankly, that's kind of one other thing I've realized. So I have sort of this idea in my head that that's kind of the tragic thing. I suppose I've explained it in a extremely long-winded way, but I like longer distance shooting, not necessarily long distance. I don't necessarily want to be shooting at like 800, you know, meters or anything, but you know, like 100 yards is good for me. I like shooting at that distance. I find it pretty comfortable. But I also really like handguns, which is why I started looking at, you know, 25 meter, 50 meter, you know, ISSF handgun disciplines, because I was like, well, I think this is kind of the closest thing to, you know, the kind of handgun shooting I'm looking for. What, I think I forgot to do 20 meter. But, you know, obviously the way it's set up and just sort of the general vibe of those disciplines are totally at odds with the kind of handgun shooting that I want to do. Where the hell was I going with that? Oh yeah, that's sort of the like grand tragedy I'm having is oh, I did do 20 meter. is I like longer range shooting, but I like handguns. And there's not really much that combines the two of those things. In fact, I would say there's basically nothing that fits that sort of criteria. What the heck? I think I just went off on like 2 tangents. What the heck am I saying? I completely lost the script there. What I was actually going to say was I think handguns are... Oh, yes. So I think handguns are incredibly important. I think that if anyone is going to learn to shoot any gun, they should learn how to shoot a handgun. Because almost every skill you learn when shooting a handgun can also be applied to long guns. You know, your grip, your stance, your, you know, recoil control, all of that can all, you know, pointing your gun, all of that can carry over to long guns. The only thing, as far as I'm aware, that doesn't carry over is maneuvering. Because, you know, obviously a handgun is a lot smaller than a long gun, so moving in tight spaces and stuff, you're probably, you know, it's probably not gonna... Is there something in here? Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Maneuverability stuff isn't going to carry over. So I like handguns, but I also like long shooting. The two of those don't mix. That's what I was trying to say in in a substantially shorter way. Sorry I made it so long-winded. But what did I say? I'm very slow and very detail-oriented, putting it politely. I'm gonna take another drink of water. What do I have left? Desert Eagle, oh boy. Yeah, may as well. This thing sucks in real life. 6, 7, basically the same as a 1911. We'll just take 2 of them. I'm gonna have to reload at least one of them anyways, so I may as well reload both of them. Sorry, I'm actually drinking my water now. I was also thinking about doing at least one game of Classic Receiver. Maybe I'll do that before I try the final high point thing here. I figure this will probably be a pretty short stream too, which is fine as long as we're having a good time. That's all that really matters. Now, if I remember correctly, the point of impact on this thing blows, so I'm not expecting much, to be honest. But, what the hey, we'll give it a try. Just give me a second. Oh, I gotta stretch. Gotta stretch for it. You can't see it, but I promise I'm stretching. Really preparing myself here. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna actually concentrate with this one. LARP shooting tournaments? They do. That's what those brutality and, like, light infantry matches basically are. Oh, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Probably not. There are some like maybe POI isn't that crazy. There are some matches and like drills for that matter that basically recreate famous, typically like defensive or like wartime shooting scenarios. Okay, this gun is not as crazy as I thought it was. I'm not sure if the high point will perform as well. Yeah, this is actually not that bad. Two more? Two more Simpson? I didn't have the Glock this whole time? Well, there we go. Now I have another one to try out with. We'll probably end it. I mean, I only have one more to do with the high point, right? So I may as well. I'll give it a try, but I won't. I'll try not to be obsessive about getting stars with it. Where did my other mag go? Wait. Where did it go? Did my mag fall through the floor? It's like gone. It's like actually gone. Is it over here? My mag actually disappeared. I dropped it and it fell into the... Oh. No, never mind. I'm just stupid. So I picked up the mag that I thought was missing. Sorry, I'm just actually stupid. That's all. I have a 20 meter left. Yes, I do. Let's take a look at that 17 first, huh? Where was this? Right here? I don't know, I can't keep track of these things. What's this mag for? M9? That should be over here. Gold mag. Now it's a realistic range experience. Yeah, man, I hate when I go to the gun range and my magazine falls through the floor. Put this up there, too. Screw the Desert Eagle, let's try this first. I frankly don't even need this second mag. This is what we call a high-capacity handgun. 10 rounds? What a joke. What a joke. I just realized I also don't have the single-action army. For some reason I thought I already did that, but I haven't even unlocked it yet. Who knows, maybe I'll unlock it with this. Nearly shot myself, very cool. Forgot that that's a thing. It's been a while. Alrighty. Let's go. Question is, where the heck is the point of impact on this? Pretty much right on. Ooh, yeah. It's very much right on. I got a little reckless there. It's like nearly right in the middle of the, right in the middle of the blade. One more. That is so nice. That feels so nice. A bit ironic considering I don't actually like stock Glocks that much in real life. They're not terrible or anything. They're certainly doable. Oh shit, I forgot about bowling. That would actually be a really good one too, because it's not timed. I'll give that a few tries too. I'll do that instead of classic receiver. What else did I want to do? Oh yeah, 15 and 20. I completely forgot what I was doing for a moment there because bowling distracted me. Forgot about that. I wasn't observing proper firearm safety. Sorry, fellas. Don't go doing that in real life. That's why you got to be careful when you're reholstering. I think I've said this before, but I wonder for how many people like how many people who have played this game who like aren't super knowledgeable about firearms. This made them like deathly afraid of not having a handgun with a manual safety. Glock has spent years like telling people like, no, it's okay. You really don't need a manual safety. You just watch where your trigger finger is. And then something like this, I'm sure, is gonna make someone go like, well, I don't know. I might shoot myself in the dick. I don't think I want to risk that. I think I want something with a manual safety. And deprive themselves of what has essentially become... Ooh, that's not good. The AR-15 of handguns. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of stock Glocks, but I do very much like a lot of Glock clones, so to speak. I've started calling them Glock pattern handguns because I feel like clone is a bit derogatory. But I like quite a lot of those. I really like the PSA dagger a whole lot. I think the Polymer 80 feels pretty good. The Shadow Systems feels pretty good. Some of us don't have a small target to hit, so we do have to... Shut up! Shut up! Don't even. You're silly. Very silly, man. Alright, let's do this properly now. There we go. No shooting my own gut this time. There are many times when I'm actually drawing the Glock in this game, and it ends up going off and sends one into the floor. It's slightly annoying. Do I want to do 20 meter? I may as well. I'll probably unlock another handgun if I do. But I do want to try some bowling. Oh, whoops. No. Forgot to properly reset it.
Let's go.
This might be a bit difficult. That is a pretty wide sight blade. Maybe not. I don't know, I shouldn't speak too soon. Was that an 8? I think it was. Damn. Or no, I think that was a 9. I'm thinking like USPSA rules, where like if a bullet hole grazes a B zone, it counts as a B or whatever. Oh, I'm getting reckless. I gotta chill out. One more? There we go. Didn't unlock a handgun. Whatever. So I did really well in bowling with the Model 10. That 226, since I figured out its point of aim, I would think I'd also do reasonably well with. I don't know how many mags I need. I guess I only have 2 of those currently. Hey cousin, let's go bowling. This should be a real shooting discipline. Oh wait, I'm gonna pull that hammer. Strike. Jam. We're good. Strike. 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 No! I was so close! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that was so close to a perfect game. Oh man, whatever, we still got our gold mag. Should I try again? With the gold mag? Maybe the gold mag is what I need. That'll give me, the power that I need to get a perfect game. Let's do it. Perfect game this time. Come on, let's see it. Now see, this is exactly the kind of shooting discipline that I need. Something just like this would be perfect for me. I would be so great at it as well, you know. And it would just be a whole lot of fun. It's like very casual, it's still very technical, but not in a way that's so dependent on just like going as quickly as possible. This would be so nice to do for real. Just like real bowling, I actually enjoy bowling a whole lot. I'm not great at it or anything. I'm decent, but I really enjoy it because it's like very casual. It's very technical. I don't know. I just find stuff like that a lot more fun than, you know. Go quickly, go! You gotta go quickly. Oh, dude, you only had a 1.5 split. You need a 1.0, whatever. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, I was so close. Ooh, I was so close to a perfect game. Don't worry about it. You're good. We're all good. We're all just having a good time here, talking about random crap. How strange I am, how much of an outsider I am to the world. And how much we need a handgun bowling league, so to speak. Evidently, the Golden Magazine wasn't as magical as I thought it'd be. I still kind of want to make one more attempt, though, for a perfect game. Oh, damn, I got 3 stars. Apparently you don't even need a perfect game to get that. Which means I could do a little better with the Model 10. Let's give that a try real quick. It occurs to me, I don't think I even explained the segue I had in mind for the Model 10 regarding the shotgun stuff I was talking about. I've always been interested in revolvers because I feel like they have a similar sort of simplicity as shotguns. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Maybe that's the problem here, huh? I think it's pretty much right on if I can get the blade centered. There we go. Perfect game. Let me see those 3 stars. 2? Only 2? Can the Model 10 not get 3 stars? Oh, I did shoot a perfect game before, so why... what? Whatever. Let's try with something else. Well, I said I was gonna do the high point 20 meters. Should I just try bowling with the high point? You can see just how amazing it does. Because, let me tell you, this gun is difficult to use in this game. And it's frankly probably difficult to use in real life as well. I've always been interested in them, but I have admittedly never shot one. And my hope is that, you know, I'll get one, and I will eventually get one. I'll end up getting one, and then I shoot it, and then I end up hating it. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. That's my biggest fear of all time. Hating a high point. Just God forbid that ever happen, right? All right. Let's see it happen. That is not a good start. A big part of it is just going to be trying to figure out where its point of impact is. Is it... It's like just below the like front dot or something. Okay, hold on. Let's figure out where it's actually hitting first. This music is getting more intense than I anticipated. Let's just put it at like 10 and just see where it hits. Let's try and get it as centered as possible. So that was... okay. It's low. It's like just slightly low. So it is... When as centered as it can be, I guess, it's like the very bottom of the front sight dot. So let's try it a little bit better this time. It's just so hard to get a bullseye. You're seeing the problem here, right? By being so low, I have to... Good lord, that was a bad one. With the point of impact being so low, believe in the heart of the gun, Yugi. They should remake Yu-Gi-Oh! With guns. With the point of impact being so low, I effectively have to cover up the target in order to hit it, which is... makes hitting a tiny little bullseye like that a lot more difficult. Does not help when it jams. Because you saw I got it that one time and it feels almost random. I don't think it is. I think the... Oh, are you kidding? Oh, wait. I was like, oh, I ran out of ammo? $17, so that's a trophy. Didn't unlock anything for it. We'll give the high point one more try, and then I don't know, maybe I'll try another one or something. You're a 4th-rate shooter with a 3rd-rate Glock. I would like to hear Kaiba yelling that. That would make my day. The high point just moves around so much when it's aimed. And combined with the low point of impact... it feels effectively random. It almost is like I do have to believe in the heart of the gun. There's like some anime solution to it or something. Nah. Not happening. Would the dual city art just be Chicago? Yes. Absolutely. Not lining up the site, hold it sideways. Yes, of course, the proper way to hold a high point. If only they implemented that into the game. Let's try the Glock, since I was apparently shooting it so well earlier. Wait, is there already a mag in here? Yes, there is. A nearly full mag, no less. Is it set in the 80s? I don't think so. It just has a lot of 80s motifs in it. It's there's there is a lore reason for the PET and the tapes and everything. The threat cannot function with magnetic data. So tapes are fine, floppy disks are fine, but there's no like USB drives or anything like that. So yes, there is an actual lore reason for it. Ooh, maybe I'm not going to perform so well with this. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was about to happen. And the hard drives be fine too in that case? I don't know, man. I think they just wanted to use retro technology in some capacity, and that was their excuse. Spray a burst at everyone? That is a fantastic idea. Let's do it. All right. This is how real bowling is done. Ready? Imagine if I got a strike, though. Nine. Just 9. To be fair, I think if I get my aim right with that very first round, it might actually be doable. I'm gonna give it a genuine try. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, failure to feed. I was like, huh, I don't remember the trigger being that heavy. Oh, wait, there's no round in the chamber. If I... Ooh, I don't want to say it. I was gonna say, if I somehow get a perfect game doing only bursts, I'm gonna L my AO. If you get what I'm saying. Let's see. 1 star with this with the Glock 17. I guess let's close it out with some Desert Eagle bowling, because that sounds like a like some kind of clickbait thing if ever I heard one. That's scary. I think that might have instantly killed me if that had gone off. I do not remember how many total rounds I use playing that, so let's try whatever. Bring 2 mags. Alright. Problem, I completely forgot where POI was on this gun. What? That hit though! That hit! You heard it hit! And it didn't count it! What a buttload of crappy poopy. I got cheated. Out of my rightful strike. Or spare, anyways. Kind of directly on top of the blade. There we go. Not bad, just shy of 2 stars. Oh, 2 stars is a perfect game. Why does this have 3 then, though? That hurt me. I don't know if you noticed, but that actually hurt me. Damn. Got a dual feed and everything. My dude's shaking. Got like tremors from that. Alright, this is getting slightly ridiculous now. Left a mag, I know. Oh, right. It's in the shooting room. The heck? Why can't I run? Why can't I run? What? My run button does not work, and traditional, like, tapping doesn't work either. Did I, like, permanently hurt myself? Was that a thing in this that I've been unaware of this whole time? Huh. Alright, well. I'm gonna do one more thing to close this out, because I think the stream has gone relatively well. All things considered. I feel decent. I feel pretty good. And I'm glad I was able to express to someone the feelings I've been having lately. It is... Oh, running suddenly works now. I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know what that was. But I'm glad... I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you all hopefully enjoy enjoy my streaming and what I have to say and everything, and my silly gun-related insights. I'm pretty sure I said this earlier in the stream, but I wish there were more chill shooting games, and unfortunately I think Receiver 1 and 2 are kind of the only ones that fit that bill, which is a bit ironic given the collective heart attacks both of these games have given me, but it's the downtime. It's the downtime that really, really makes it. I suppose that's really the through line of what sort of, I don't know, maybe what sort of experiences in general, not even just shooting or like in an FPS or whatever. Yeah, just like downtime. Anyways. I'm gonna shoot just the bottles. See if I can do it with shaky hands. I'm missing... Why is this a mechanic? Alright. Now let's make it fun after I load this magazine. One thing I've said about this game and the first game about each other is I find it interesting that the first game has more realistic movement. It has like dedicated jump arcs and stuff, but this game has more realistic gunplay. Like the guns are very realistic, but you can like move around in midair and stuff. It's very strange. Anyways, let's do this. Yeah. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to my my drivel. And I look forward to seeing you next time, whatever it is I play. Maybe I'll continue Neon White. I don't know. I'm admittedly getting kind of tired of that game. I don't know if you all are too. But I do have one other thing in mind, and I have it like mostly prepared, so maybe I'll start on that. Maybe I'll give that a try, but I don't know. In any case, once again, thank you all so much for showing up, for listening to me, for bowling with me, cousin. Handgun bowling. And yeah, once again, can't wait to see you next time. And I hope you all have a very nice night. Bye bye. See you next time.